Yeah.
I was lucky enough to see you on stage in Stratford-upon-Avon as Hamlet, Patrick Stewart. I believe the recording is coming out through the BBC, and everybody in this room needs to buy a copy. As an alumnus of the Royal Shakespeare Company, has your training as an Elizabethan actor affected the way that you reimagined the Doctor? And if so, in what ways?
Well, David, you did, of course, meet Shakespeare in an episode of Doctor Who.
That's true.
And I'm sure that informed your interpretation going forward onto Hamlet.
It did. I don't know what to say to that. It's quite hard to know. It's quite hard to know what kind of actor you sort of are. Do you know what I mean? And how, if I'd done different things previous to doing Doctor Who, whether I would have done it any differently. It's a bit difficult to be objective about it. It's an interesting point. I mean, there's a great tradition of Shakespearean actors playing the Doctor. Chris played Hamlet not long before he did it, didn't he? And, Tom Baker was a very fine Macbeth, I believe. Sylvester McCoy's just done the Fool in Lear. I don't know. Maybe that's just because we're all hoary old lovies. I have no conclusion to make, but thank you. I'm going to think about it. I'll get back to you on that.
Questions for David. I was wondering what sort of roles we can expect to see you in the next few years in film and television.
I don't think I'm in Harry Potter anymore. I think he's dead. I think he got his soul sucked out or something. Well, apparently I'm playing the Hobbit. I haven't had a phone call yet, but I don't really know. I have no idea. I'm doing a film at the moment, playing a villain in Centurions 2. So I'm doing that. Hamlet's coming out. Beyond that, who knows? Sorry. I think James Bond's taken. He's very good. And he's very tough. He could take me, so I know.
Hi everyone, my name is Leah, and I'm...
Leela?
Leah.
Leah.
Yes. I've been a long-time fan of Doctor Who even before the new series came out. And prior to the new series coming out, it was really hard to find other Americans who even knew what Doctor Who was. Were you guys surprised at all at the popularity explosion in America after the new series came out?
I think we're still struggling to kind of work out how big it is. I mean, what? It's huge. Are we huge?
Gigantic.
I mean, Russell and David, you've done a lot of press in the last couple of days. How has it felt to you? How do people talk about it?
Well, we went on Good Morning San Diego this morning. What was it? Is that what it was called? Something like that. We were met by a man in a t-shirt with a TARDIS on the front, and it is quite hard to quantify, isn't it? Yeah. It seems that the people who know it here really know it.
Because then you get told it's unknown here, and then you open up Entertainment Weekly and it's Catch of the Week.
Yeah.
And then you think, well, that's strange, but it's like, it's always, as ever, a word is spreading, and it is always down to people like you and fans like you spreading the word and keeping the faith for all those years it was off screen. So give yourselves a round of applause.
It feels like something is coming, doesn't it? It feels like we're on BBC American now, where it should have been from the start, let's be honest.
Yes! Right.
And they're right behind it, and they're going to show the episodes much more closely now, so that so yeah, I think we're coming. proselytizing.
Spreading the word.
Hi, first of all, David, thank you so much for creating one of the most amazing doctors ever. We're really going to miss you. My question's for Russell. I know you're leaving Doctor Who, but I was wondering if you have any future plans for Torchwood.
Well, thank you. There was a Torchwood panel this afternoon at 2:15, but I hope so. It's literally, we were astonished by the success of that last series. Tripled the ratings, which doesn't happen often. So I really hope so. I literally can't give you a promise because we haven't had the meetings with the right people, and it is in the middle of a recession. No one's throwing money around, but we want it too. So fingers crossed, it will be back, but maybe the ones you want back won't be back. So you're dead. Some shape or form.
Mr. Tennant, look, I just got to say this. Jeremy Clarkson sucks. I'm with you all the way on that one. All right, Mr. Davies, why is it that you cast Captain Jack as an American?
Oh, there was no reason actually, because when we met John, we really singled John out for that part. But we didn't say it's going to be American because we knew he could do a Scottish accent as well. Actually, John's a brilliant actor. He could do an English accent. So he came in, we really targeted him and said we want him because we loved him. And so he did it in a Scottish accent, he did it in his normal American accent. I think we tried it with an English accent. We did, didn't we? We taped all that, we should have kept that. So we tried it with all of them. And in the end, I just sort of thought it made the series feel bigger to have an American accent. He would have done whatever we wanted, so I went for the American, or we went for the American one, just because it's World War II, where his character was introduced, you had the American soldiers in Britain. It just felt right at the time, little knowing then, of course, that Captain Jack would roll on to have his own show, to have Torchwood, to have a British show with an American lead is very, very rare. And actually people tell you in Britain you should never do that, because we want British people in British parts, they say. And John Barrowman proved them all wrong, because that's how marvellous he is. Don't tell him I said that.
Hello, thank you so much for coming all the way out here, just again, for everyone. I was just kind of wondering if the difference between each Doctor is more based on the actor's perspective, like Mr. Tennant's quite quirky, but, or if it's actually in the writing. Like, do you write each Doctor different, or is it just played different?
I don't tend to write the Doctors particularly different. I think if you looked at a 9th Doctor script next to a 10th Doctor script, the Doctor's doing more or less what he does. There are differences, but in a way I don't even, when I'm writing it, in some ways I don't even think of David when I'm writing it. There's a sort of Doctor in my head who drives the script. If I was writing Donna, I don't always think of Catherine. It's just, there's always a separate character in my head. So, it's a joy though. What has been the joy has been the casting of the show. Because when you cast someone like David, when you cast Chris, Billy, Freema, Catherine, it's like John, you just have the freedom to write anything you want. Cast well, and your imagination just goes to the horizon. So that's been the greatest joy of it, is feeling absolutely unlimited in what you're writing and free to go anywhere because the cast is so brilliant.
Well, Eros, you worked with two of us. Who was better?
It's you, David.